I am making this presentation to show eClinicalWorks and Dragon Medical 10 working together to their maximum. I'm going to navigate using Dragon, I'm going to dictate using Dragon, I'll be using macros and using them in conjunction with eClinicalWorks. So the majority of the presentation will be using Dragon. Occasionally I will have to point and click, and I will tell you when I'm doing that. But let's start with Open eClinicalWorks. ECW login. Okay. View progress notes. Go ROS. Default for all. Go HPI. She was visiting her sister in Tallahassee, Florida, period. She was playing with the kids in the yard and she experienced chest pain and had to be taken to the hospital via ambulance. The ER physician told her to see her cardiologist ASAP, period. New paragraph. Ambulance ER macro. Select hospital name. St. Vincent's Hospital. Denies all. Now at this point I'm stopping to dictate because I have everything up to this point I have used Dragon with. I have not touched the screen, but I want to now document that she is complaining of her chest pain. I'm going to use a mouse click and then I will start dictating. She says that she is having a pressure-like sensation that radiates to her neck and to her jaw, period. It is mostly aggravated with exercise when she jogs in the morning, period. This has been lasting for the last 3 weeks, period. Okay. Examination. Select default. Assessments. Angina, rule out myocardial infarction. Now what I've done here is I've had my system default into this area so I could dictate in any rule out or whatever that I need to do. But you could have it on any of the screens, have the cursor default where you want it when you come into the screen. You may want to have it default here, and this would also allow you to select the diagnosis along with the ICD-9 code. Angina, go. Now I'm selecting the diagnosis, and at this point in time, I do not want to order those. No. Diabetes. Go. Selecting diabetes. Yes. I did want to order those procedures with it. Preventative med. Select default. Treatment. eClinisense. eClinisense is eClinical's way of learning from you. So now you have the opportunity to come in, it selects your diagnosis, it gives you what your ordering patterns are, and today I want to put her on some micro or some nitro. I'm going to order an EKG, a CBC, and also a chest x-ray. Now we will apply. Okay. Close. Browse. Angina. I will click on the angina description rather than dictating it, and I may want to use a Word document with some information I want to give to the patient. Open Microsoft Word. Angina description. My actual signature. So what I've just done there is I've opened up Microsoft Word using my voice. I've dropped in a macro that I like to use, and I've even signed the document. If I would like to print, I could print using my voice, but at this time I'm not going to. Cancel. Close window. No. We're back into eClinicalWorks. CDSS. Clinical decision support gives us the opportunity to review in case we may have missed something if we want to consider something else for the patient. At this time, we will go into billing, EM coder. It has calculated my EM. I can select it with voice, accept code, browse, schedule. I want to tell my front desk to schedule a Holter monitor. I've done that. Okay. And I'd like to have that in 2 weeks. I am done with my note. I can complete everything by saying done, cancel. If I want to print out information that could be provided by eClinicalWorks, I could now, or I could let my front desk do it. Close. Our note is now completed. Give you an idea what it may look like here. We can scroll down through the information that's been provided. But maybe I'd like to do that Holter monitor at this time. So let's just say go procedures. I'm going to click on Holter monitoring, go into that note and say Holter monitoring. Scroll up. Now I have certain variables within this macro, and rather than clicking on them, I can use my voice. Next variable, angina. Next variable, 24. Next variable, irregular. Next variable, 90. Next variable, 30. And maybe if I'm done with variables, I am using a dictaphone power mic. It has a button on it that I can just eliminate the rest of my variables with one click. Okay. Close window. Now, in addition to everything that's provided with eClinicalWorks and everything that's been provided with Dragon, maybe you'd like to search the web for angina. I'm now out on the internet. I can search for whatever I need. If I need to print something, whatever I need to do, provide it to the patient. Switch to eClinicalWorks. I'm now back into eClinicalWorks. Maybe I'd like to send an email. Send email to Jeff Curran. eClinicalWorks demonstration. Go to body. Jeff, comma, new paragraph. My demonstration macro. If this information is what I would like to send to Jeff, send. And I am back into eClinicalWorks. Hopefully you've enjoyed what I've showed you here. We will be working on it more and more to develop navigation within eClinicalWorks using Dragon, but it seems to be working very well right now. Thank you again.